Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday morning, November 1st. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So we have non-farm payrolls coming out in the next 15 minutes or so. Apple and Microsoft are out. I'm sorry, Apple and Amazon. Amazon's up. Apple's down. It looks like small. We had a double distribution day that held in ES plus the large gap, don't forget. Okay, we have a nice sell tail up there also. NQ also has a large gap above. Very nice sell tail. They have the island gap also they would have to fill. But they did not hold trend down yesterday. They took that back late in M period. So besides their 9-wide POC, there's nothing inside of yesterday. So if they don't start Pac-Manning away at that sell tail, there could be a lot of chop inside of value. Very key level for me, 79. If we close below it, we have an outside week down. If we close above it, we don't. I have the weeklies down right now in both the ES and NQ as well as the dailies. Righty came back to balance yesterday on the daily. Also went out with a nice price probe. They spent the majority of the overnight below yesterday's close, but right now they're trading above the base of the price probe. We'll recap all of these charts tonight. ES also had a nice price probe. For now, it's being firmly rejected. NQ did not. In fact, they had a poor low. Okay? And right now, that's the weekly low, if it holds. So, very visual area right here. If we get the overnight high in ES, any pullback against the base of the price probe, I think is a good risk reward long because you have value low there, and where there were sellers yesterday, they're not there right now. If you don't get the overnight high and pull back there, you can still take that trade, but it's not going to be with as much confidence as the overnights would still be open for taking. The other thing is, maybe not for today, but our overnight low is below yesterday's low and the 7th low. Right now, those are two weekly lows very close to each other, and you'd have a monthly overnight low right there. That would absolutely be a target at some point if they were to hold today. Again, we don't know if they're going to hold today, but just something to keep in mind. As far as the short, again, if they get the overnight high and pop up the first time against half-back value high, you can take a short. But you start getting value overlapping to higher, the odds of taking back the trend day would be good, and then we'll see what happens in the upper distribution in ES. Again, we're going over this as the entire day goes. NQ, again, if it was to pull back, it's a decent risk reward long against yesterday's low. I'm sorry, the overnight low, yesterday's low is you're out. As far as a short, same thing. Overnight high, use value high as you're out. Because, again, if value starts going overlapping a higher, you're going to start Pac-Manning and probably at least test yesterday's afternoon rally, yesterday's half back, and then we'll see if they ever get into that sell tail. Look at that sell tail. So it's going to take baby steps unless this market really gets some acceleration one way or the other come 9:30. And then chart-wise, again, we'll break them all down tonight. But for now, here's the weekly on the S&P. It's now down, okay? Your daily, also down. Our gap is our main focus. We actually did 60 million yesterday. That seems like so much these days. It's barely above average. So that's your main focus, the gap in both ES and NQ. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Good luck trading today, and we'll recap the day and the week at 4 p.m.